The State Bureau of Investigation and FBI are assisting local authorities in Hickory trying to piece together what led to a weekend mass shooting at a house party and whomever is responsible for the bloodshed. One person was killed early Sunday in a barrage of gunfire that also left 11 others injured. Caroline Boyer shares with us this morning what investigators know so far and their plea for help.
I want everyone to know that we are going to work together tirelessly and diligently to identify the individuals responsible for this act.
A promise from Catawba County Sheriff Don Brown as his team, along with state and federal agencies, work to figure out what led up to a mass shooting at this home on Walnut Acres Drive.
1125 Walnut Acres Drive, Cross Street, Huffman Farm Road. Caller reporting at least one individual shot, possibly more.
That's one of the first calls that went out over the radio, alerting deputies to the shooting at a house party of teens and adults.
One gunshot wound to the chest. We've got one guy with a gunshot wound to the head or neck.
The number of victims quickly growing.
2 patients have been shot in the leg at the door of the front door.
I've got a code red by the pool. I've got 5 total at this point.
Reaching a total of 12 people, some with gunshot wounds, others hurt while trying to outrun the gunfire.
I have a witness over here who's advising fully automatic weapon.
Investigators say more than 80 shots were fired from multiple weapons.
This is not a common act or an incident that occurs here in Catawba County. We live in a great community, and this is something that is extremely rare.
The sheriff candidly says he doesn't know what started this, but it wasn't the first time deputies visited the house. They were there about an hour and 45 minutes before the shooting, responding to a noise complaint.
Our deputies responded to that complaint, addressed the controlling parties there at the residence about the noise, and left a short time later.
Catawba County deputies don't believe the noise complaint had anything to do with the violence. They've got the help of the state and federal bureaus of investigation to develop leads in the case, analyze the bullets, and help the victims. The FBI has set up a digital tip line at fbi.gov for anyone with videos or information to share. In Catawba County, Caroline Boyer, Queen City News.
Now, the person who was killed in the Hickory shooting has already been identified. Investigators say he was also the oldest person at the party, 58-year-old Sean Patrick Hood from Lenore. He was pronounced dead at the scene of the shooting. The youngest victim, just 16 years old. We're also hearing reaction from people who live near the scene. Many of them say they heard the shots and the cries for help from people running away. Queen City News anchor Derek Dellinger spoke to a neighbor whose security video could become evidence in the case.
Around 12:45 Sunday morning, a neighbor's camera captured the sound of something peculiar. It's hard to make out, but there's no mistaking what it is. Gunshots from a nearby home.
Our dog just started barking, and I heard boom, 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 like somebody was banging on the door. I ran upstairs to investigate.
That video was from Michael Abernathy's dash cam, which caught the moments during and after the shooting on Walnut Acres Drive. He knew something had happened, but didn't put 2 and 2 together until hours later.
I heard the distinct sound of the audio of the gunshots about 12:45, so I could hear the gunshots.
Once he heard about 12 people being shot, one of them dead, from what happened nearby.
It sounded like someone had maybe thrown a firecracker into the front yard, and so then I got up, and then all of a sudden there was more shooting, and there were 2 or 3 shots fired close here from apparently, I would guess, one car to another.
We know that in the moments after the shooting, people were running from the scene to escape the bullets. There were numerous reports of people running in the woods and even coming up to nearby homes in search of help. Deputies noting some of the injured were shot, the other injured while trying to escape the gunfire. Abernathy's camera also caught several cars speeding away just moments after the shots. Deputies so far haven't said much about the party where the shooting happened at or what led to the shots. They did note, though, that all that were shot ranged from the age of 16 to 58. What happened here still has many unanswered questions. The big one, though, is why.
Hopefully this is just a one-time occurrence. This is definitely a low crime area, so I don't know what happened, but like I said, it's not something that's common here.
Again, that was Derek Dellinger reporting. Our Savannah Rudisell and Will Lewis will join us live from Catawba County in less than a half an hour with more on this. Leaders of the Sheriff's Office say what happened over the weekend is unlike the kind of crimes they're used to investigating in Catawba County, and they say that's adding to the challenges they're facing.
In my experience, this is a complicated scene. It spans several separate individual pieces of property. I would say it's larger than 2 acres in total sum, and both inside and outside crime scenes. And we still have the SBI and the FBI processing the scene along with our detectives, and we anticipate them being here throughout the evening, possibly into the night.
Sheriff Don Brown also spoke yesterday, saying he wants to assure everyone that the weekend violence is not a threat to the larger community. At this point, it's believed to have been a targeted attack.
It's emotional to everyone involved, but for me as the sheriff, my responsibility is the safety and security of our citizens, and that's what bothers me the most, is when we can't prevent something like this and all we can do is find the people responsible.
Now, Governor Josh Stein has also commented on the shooting. He posted on X saying he's praying for the victims and their families. He's also offering his support for the Catawba County Sheriff's Department in their investigation.